All right, guys, Dave here from Livco. Really excited to show you this unbelievable project that we just finished in North Raleigh. It's a very unique project. It is a wine room addition that is actually an addition under an existing carport. So I'm going to take you through the experience of navigating these spaces that I think are all special and different in their own way. It all starts right here in the upstairs recreation room. So there's a pool table through that space. They had a bar. This was already here. Originally, this room was here and stored all of their wine, but they were nervous that, number one, they didn't have enough storage for it and that it was up off of the ground, and structurally they were nervous about the weight of the wine. Plus, when you have a pretty important wine collection and you have temperature on when you have a very important wine collection with temperature on the outside, the roof, and underneath, it gets really difficult to condition. So by building the addition below it, we're able to solve a lot of challenges. Everything from structure to insulation to also increased storage. And lastly, probably the most important, coolest spaces you'll ever see. Ready to go in? So as we walk in here, this is our first space, and we call this the balcony. So the idea here is we have a collection, a place to serve, the opportunity to have a table and some chairs, and then some other boxes of storage. And we have a serving area here with glasses so that we can kind of start and enjoy our first glass of wine, open the first bottle, and just kind of chat. And the whole idea is it's surrounded by low cabinetry, and then the ceiling just kind of goes away. So it's almost like you're up high looking out over Napa Valley. Over here, we actually have the controls for our two whisper cool systems. This is very important. The whisper cool systems are designed just for wine cooling, and we have two of them, so if one of them has an issue, we always have a secondary system that can turn on. So we're always maintaining a temperature of 56 to 58 degrees in North Carolina, which is very important. So I'll show you how those work downstairs too, because they don't actually use an air sensor. It's actually a sensor that goes inside of a wine bottle. So that temperature that you're seeing isn't the air temperature, it's the temperature of the actual liquid that exists within all these bottles, which is roughly 3,000 bottles of wine. So there's nothing easy about a curved stairwell, but it was really important for this project. We could have had one that would just go down and sideways, but it was more about the progression than just going from the first floor to the second floor. The curve allowed us to create just a natural flow down to this space that we call the grotto. So the grotto almost feels like you're in a basement, even though you're actually on the first floor because you're coming in from the second floor. So the grotto space is really kind of the next tier of where the magic happens. So along the curved stairwall, we have additional wine storage here. This is a really cool system where we actually have these two pins that hold these bottles, so it's almost like they're just floating in there. So we have storage here, and this is all organized by different types. I believe this is a Pinot Noir wall, and then we have a Champagne wall, and then we have a French wine wall, all these different things. But as you come down, we also have wine storage on this side, which is open to our grotto side, and you access it from that side. But the idea was to create this open wine wall connecting the stair to the grotto. Some other fun details that you see. This is trying to read almost like steel that's holding all this up. So we did a black handrail and a black stringer. But then you notice on this side, we continue with the acacia wood down into this stringer. So building the stair had a lot of really interesting specific specifications. Obviously the geometry of it to make sure that it flowed well, that it fit well, but also the finishes all come together in a really special way. So one of my favorite views is actually looking up where these two curves come together, and then how it comes down, and then we curve along this wine storage wall. So again, we're guiding our friends as we socialize and enjoy wine and talk about wine through this progression. So this whole outside wall is lots of storage, as well as we have two areas where we can prep and serve with wine glass storage above, and then we can all sit down at this table right here and chat and have a glass of wine and just kind of take it all in. It's pretty cool. So upstairs I mentioned the whisper cool system. So this is actually what we have. It's a sensor that goes inside of this bottle. So this is actually an empty bottle that's filled with water, and then this cork. So we're actually delivering the temperature of this bottle of water up to the system so that it makes sure that it's maintaining accurate liquid temperature and not just the air temperature. As we walk through to some of the cool little secret spaces, anybody that's worked with Livco before knows we love secret doors. So we have a secret door here, and this is into a closet which houses miscellaneous cleaning products, things of that nature, as well as controls for the TV on the other side. And additional storage can happen in here as well. But we've kept the whole theme of the animal wine wallpaper that you'll see upstairs in the powder room, and also the owners had a tablecloth made out of this pattern as well, so it's pretty fun. And then keeping in line with the secret spaces, it feels like maybe the space ends here. Notice there's no windows in here. It feels like we're in a basement. Dark, cold, wine cellar. But then we have a custom Murphy door here that takes us into what we call the lounge. But then we can come in here. We can sit down. This is a frame TV, so we have artwork, but we can also watch the game or the Masters or whatever else we want to do. It's nice and warm in here, or warmer. We have a fireplace as well, a gas fireplace that provides heat in the winter. And then we just get to sit down, watch the game, enjoy some wine. So when we enclose this carport, part of it too is those stairs weren't there. The stairs actually came down that porch on the side. And so it was really an awkward way to get to the side mudroom door. So another great design solution is once we enclose this, we're able to shift that main side entry over here and build this sidewalk, and then have this well-planned central stair that allows you to go over to the wine room lounge or over here to the mudroom entry. So a lot of stuff really came together really well in this project, just stemming from thoughtful design, and we're really excited about it.